Hey guys, how is it going? This is Jatin with Rockcrow. Today we have a very interesting startup video presentation on the leader of artificial intelligence enabled conversational chatbot provider, that is Haptik. Quick intro to Haptik in a very layman language. Via Haptik, users sent queries to virtual assistant via their application and received answers instantly with no human intervention. So who is my target audience for this particular video? Two. One is basically the job seekers who are looking out for jobs and internship, because if we scan through their career portal, they have a lot of opportunity for computer science, MBA and other degree holders, candidates coming from engineering and other background. Here you can, scan through it. Same goes for their LinkedIn page. If we scan through their LinkedIn page, well, in the job section, they have around 18 job openings currently, open for various of the job seekers. Now what a company basically expect from you when you are applying to a job is you must know about the company, and if you provide them with a presentation that I'm gonna showcase today to you guys, then this gonna play as an X factor, because not everyone is preparing such a presentation while applying for a job. And second, my target audience are basically the startup lovers who love to know more about startups or planning to have their own in the coming future. For startup lovers especially, I have a dedicated playlist on my YouTube channel. If we visit this YouTube channel and we scroll down to the startup hub, here you will see we have a lot of Indian startup being discussed. Currently I'm more focused towards the AI enabled chatbot startups, but you can get the list of all the startups right here in this particular playlist. First slide is very important, a basic about Haptik. Quick introduction. Haptik is basically a AI enabled conversational chatbot to resolve user queries instantly by leveraging NLU, that's natural language understanding, machine learning and dialogue management. Founders Akrish Vesh and Swapan Rajdev, where Akrit is basically the CEO and Swapan is the current CTO. Top categories where their bot is installed, including virtual assistant as customer service, lead generation, user engagement, customer feedback, and Buzzo.ai, especially for e-commerce. Buzzo is basically their voice enabled chatbot. Revenue model, subscription, one-time deployment, integration requirements. Milestone that they have achieved: around 100 million devices. Their Haptik app is installed in around 100 million plus devices, and they do around 3 billion plus conversations. Acquired by Reliance Jio in 2019. They started their operation in 2013 and then acquired by 2019 by Jio. That's again a milestone, I would say. They're working with top clients like Coca-Cola, Samsung, Dream11, Ola Cabs and others. So this is a basic slide. Now in the upcoming slide we're going to discuss about the business model, the industry that they serve, revenue model, possible challenges, that's an important slide, and stuff related to that. So let's get started. Guys, this is a very important slide. Try to understand their USP, that is unique selling point. So there are two types of automation chatbot exist in the industry. One is the basic automation and second is AI enabled automation. Now what I mean by basic automation: in basic automation there are a set of questions that company usually have in their knowledge base. The question that their customer usually ask, they basically create their set of question with their responses and they feed into the chatbot. That is a simple chatbot. If someone asks that same question, and their chatbot gonna answer it. For example, I ask where is my order. So let's take an example of Zomato itself. I ask where is my order. Chatbot have a predefined answer that what it gonna respond. It gonna understand the order delivery time and gonna respond to the user. But if the same question comes in a different manner, that how much time will my order take to arrive to me. Now for example, that the same predefined question is not in the chatbot. The chatbot gonna return an error that I do not have the answer, please contact to the customer support agent, though the question is the same, where is my order only. This is where Haptik comes into play, that uses natural language processing, where the chatbot understand the language used by the user and they understand that both are the same questions using those keywords. Okay, and this is how basically they respond to around 80%. They basically automate responses to around 80% of queries. Not only this, there is another feature that comes in handy when it comes to artificial intelligence bot. Now a simple chatbot gonna route the same question to the human and human gonna answer it, and the next time if someone again asks the same question, they're gonna again route it to the human if someone does not manually feed that answer in the chatbot. But in case of artificial intelligence chatbot, if Haptik does not know answer to any specific question at the first point in time, it gonna understand automatically how the human is responding to that particular question, and if someone asks the same question again, it's gonna automatically respond to it. No need of human manual intervention. This is where the AI enabled automation comes into play. The two examples we took, one is natural language processing, where they understand the sentiments and the language. Second is auto learning. They keep on learning themselves, hence to become accurate up to 80% or maybe 90% once they are in business with your company. Now, considering haptic USP of automating around 80% of customer queries, and then self-learning, they have a lot of application around different industries. So I have basically listed here the top applications of haptic, but yes, they have a lot of other applications as well. Reason being, the industry that they serve is huge, and the customer queries that are coming in is huge, hence the number of application that they have is wider. First category that we have and we're going to discuss in depth is customer chat and voice. This is the, you can say, a primary category. Based on this, we have subcategories where haptic has its applications. Again, in simple language, you visit Zomato support. When Zomato initially launched their application, that support was purely taken by humans, but now the case is different. Initially we interact with bots, and the bot themselves solve around 80% of queries, like journal queries like delivery time, payment issue, cashback, refund, order status, and things related to that. If the issue is very personal or that demands human intervention, then only they redirect it to the human chat support. Same goes with voice support, where they have recently launched their application Buzzo, BUZZO.ai, which provide voice support rather than chat support to the user. This again saves a lot of time, where you need not to type, you just need to speak it out your query, and Buzzo gonna answer it instantly. This is the power, this is the basically chatbot future that they are bringing in into the industry, both the chat support as well and the voice support as well. Result of which they have their application in various industries: IT, e-commerce, help desk, DTH, and so many others as well. Where in IT help desk, they automate IT related questions like password reset, computer hang, Outlook issue, email not sending, and others. In e-commerce, they automate like payment stuck, app not responding, order status not available, and things like that. Conversational commerce is there, you can say, a USP again, where you ask specific questions to their bot, like, I'm looking for a power bank with turbocharge capability. Now try and understand what is happening here. Instead of you browse through Amazon or Flipkart, that takes a lot of time in order to find a particular product, ask the question to their bot, and hence they're gonna bring to you the solution in front of your screen. This gonna save a lot of time and gonna improve the customer experience as well. So second application haptic we have is basically boost revenue for, especially for e-commerce clients. Let's understand how. Haptic AI chatbot provides proactive messaging based on user behavior, purchase history, page views, action, and other condition. Example, say you added a Samsung phone in the cart, and you receive an instant message from the chat bot. You know what? Users that bought Samsung phone also bought charger and power bank along with it, and thus saved around let's say 500 rupees in the final cart value. You would be like, what a big deal, let's add them up to save some more money. Hence bot helps that e-commerce platform to upsell their product. That results in more revenue. Now you would be like, I may not agree to those basically features. For you there might be a different feature. Why so? Because the features that they're providing to you are customized based on your behavior on their particular application. They're constantly monitoring the customer's behavior and suggesting them something that they will never say no, because the suggestion is purely based on your own past record that is saved in their database. Now one way to use haptic is like a standalone application, where you entirely basically depend on them to automate the entire user experience. Second way out is to basically let's say you have something internally built which provides you X feature. You want to use haptic capability to add Y feature in your internal system. In these scenarios, haptic collaborate with your existing system as well. Next application that we have is very personalized for everyone, is performing transactions. For example, booking a flight ticket, ordering a meal, ordering a Samsung phone that we example just took. So everything you can do using haptic chatbot. This is where the revenue model will comes into play as well in the further slide. Next application we have is lead generation. Well, in these cases, Haptik install a website bot that interact with your prospect 24 into 7 by providing instant answers to their questions that result in better customer satisfaction and hence generate qualified leads as well. As I said, these are just few pointers around the application of Haptik. There are others as well, like customer onboarding, tracking browsing session, upselling, cross-selling, and a lot of others. Result of which they are, as I told you earlier, working with a lot of industries. Some of them include e-commerce, financial lending, telecom, insurance, and DTH. Accordingly, they have different application, they have different customer queries that they are automating. Let me highlight some of the important ones. For e-commerce or retail, everything from order tracking, shipping, exchange, refund, cancellation, recommendation, and more. For financial lending, automating processes like credit score, uploading documents, talking to a specific expert, and other parameters. For telecom, when this basically they provide you a well-trained, or you can say a pre-trained chatbot on various queries like bill payment, network issue, offers and coupons, balance check, and more. Same goes for insurance. They provide you a tried and tested, a well trained and qualified chatbot to automate common business use cases, such as calculating premium, filing a claim, buying or canceling a policy. Everything using a chatbot. You need not to wait for a human to respond. No human intervention. Everything using AI chatbot. Next we have is DTH. Again, automating queries like my device details, my plan upgrades, my coupon offer, and stuff related to that. In short, wherever customer queries are huge, there you will definitely see Haptik automating the responses to customer queries. Now you know everything about their application, how they're automating this space. Now there should be something that they're earning as well. So let's quickly scan through their earning model. Generally, all the SaaS based company run on subscription based model where you purchase their solution for a specific interval. Generally it's annual, and pay them a one time fees. Again, not only subscription fees, you pay them a one time deployment fees as well, that is termed a one time installation. Generally they do 80 per 90% cases cloud based deployment, but sometime banking or insurance sector where the data security is an issue, they generally ask for on premise where you need to install the chatbot in their own enterprise only. One important factor that we have covered in the third point, the charges also varies depending on the way forward you decided with Haptik. It may be via collaboration where you have an X feature and you want to use Haptik for Y feature only. It could be standalone where Haptik takes care of entire thing. It could be to perform transactions where Haptik takes commission around 3 to 4%. For example, you booked a flight using Haptik chatbot, then Haptik gonna take around 3 to 4% from the total money that has been transacted during the session. So now you have enough knowledge about their services, about the industry that they cater, and how do they earn. Next slide that we have is possible challenges. That again is a very important slide. How is it important? Because sometimes it happens during an interview. Interviewer is asking you a lot of tough questions for which you may or may not have a good answers. So in those scenarios, you can basically ask questions related to this slide where you can ask the permission that excuse me sir, may I have your permission to ask you a quick question regarding Haptik business model. So it would be like, sure, you can ask me. So you can basically ask these tough question which may or may not interviewer might be prepared. That what, I was surfing through internet, I came to know that when it comes to voice compatibility of a chatbot, there is an issue with respect to accent, different accent of people, especially in India. Different people speak with different accent. A single language like English or Hindi, different people speak in different accent, and the type of languages. So how are we countering this? Because big companies like Google themselves do not have an ideal chatbot solution. Their Google Assistant is not ideal for different languages. And then we have customer participation. How do we improve customer participation? Because not all the users who are using Haptik are white collared, means are basically the people who are educated. They could be blue collared as well, the basically workforce that work on the field. How do we improve their participation or a chatbot? How do we ensure a human touch? Because there could be a chances the question that user is asking may involve sentiments. Because for example, you visited a website where you raised a complaint, I lost my money, maybe during a a banking website. So in those cases, how do we ensure a human touch while responding to those questions? They should not be automated, because that will frustrate the end user, that he has already lost his money, and you are getting a predefined answers from your end bank. So how do we come about bringing human touch? Cyber attack, so this is also an important slide. So these are the pointers around which you can rotate that discussion, so that to balance things out. So before we move ahead, guys, to the rest of the slides, I have an important tool to share with you guys that I have created on my website, where just like Haptik, if you have any questions around jobs and LinkedIn, for example, how to go about LinkedIn profile optimization. So you have any questions around LinkedIn, around how to apply for jobs online, okay, you have any questions, you can basically ask to this tool, and this tool gonna answer it instantly. Could be any question around LinkedIn and off campus job. This is our commitment. Ask me anything about LinkedIn off campus job. If I can't answer it, then nobody can, and you will get instant answers. Not only this, if you especially on a job hunt, then I would highly recommend you to check out a YouTube channel, and then go to this LinkedIn off campus 7 days workshop, where you now have a enough knowledge about Haptik business model and their revenue model, how do they earn. You can prepare a presentation like this by your, then basically follow these two particular videos, day 5 and day 6. On day 5 we're gonna prepare a cover letter, ATF resume, and on day 6 we're gonna write a formal email. We're gonna learn how to write formal emails and how to earn employee referrals. And day 4 is also helpful with respect to employee referrals. Do not apply directly, because tons of other applicants are using their career portal or LinkedIn jobs to apply for a specific job. Go ahead, connect with their employees on LinkedIn, and then basically ask for employee referral. They have around 308 employees on their platform. Including this presentation, this is the reference section where I have basically picked all the information. You can cross check it. So if you like this video, consider liking the button, subscribing to this channel, and we'll look forward to your presence in the next video. Till then, namaskar.